live. Do we have anybody here? Let's see.
I got your channel up.
Got one viewer waiting. Let's see.
Yep. You're live.
Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Sweet. If you're watching, throw something in the chat if you can hear us, all right? And if you can see both of us. Sweet. What's up? McLee, how you doing?
How's it going, man?
Thanks for stepping in tonight.
All
Cool.
right.
And you can see both of us too?
Yep, for sure.
Hey, Rain. Welcome.
How's
Thanks
it going?
for stopping by, guys. Awesome. Thanks, Down Under.
Down under.
Down Under. Cool, guys. We'll probably just go ahead and jump into it then. If you guys don't know, this is Deej. Has the channel Deej Thinking. You can see his little icon right there. Fantastic YouTuber. Definitely make sure to go over and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to his channel. He's got a ton of videos on just like collecting for free and tons of grading tips and all kinds of just like fascinating experiments that he's run. Like just, he's brilliant and a genius, frankly. So now that I've talked him up, maybe you can introduce yourself however you'd like.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. The idea of my channel, Deej Thinking, really is just like trying to think below the surface. There are a million Pokemon YouTube channels out there. So I'm not trying to give you information that you can get on any of those. I'm trying to like look at it from a different angle. I'm probably doing all those mainstream stuff that most people are doing too, but there are about a million facets to this hobby. So might as well try and look into some of those to try and make some money. And while they might not be the most profitable, it's just like fun way to interact with the hobby that I love. I have a real job, so I don't need this for money, and I focus my channel around having fun with it, still trying to make some money, but not trying to make a living. So
Yeah. No, I love that. I think being a content creator now for about a year, it has helped me just kind of engage a little bit more and kind of have conversations with people, even if it's just in my comment section. And I don't know, it's a fun way to engage with the hobby. It is a lot of work though. I will say that if anyone's out there thinking about doing it, there's a lot of hours editing and figuring things out, but
yeah,
it's fun. So cool. Well, we got some awesome topics to talk about today, guys. We're going to talk about Phantasmal Flames a little bit, kind of the collector side, and also look at it like from a market standpoint, give our opinions. We're also going to talk about PSA and all of this craziness going on with them buying up tons of cards and all of their buyback offers and their new turnaround times, a variety of stuff there. And then we'll share a little bit about personal collections and what we're doing there, and then kind of open it up for some questions. So let's dive right into it. So yeah, what's your thoughts, man, on Phantasmal Flames? Like as a collector, like what's your vibe on this set so far? Do you like it? What do you think of it?
Well, I would say that my overall feelings come from me being able to get some packs. Like my overall vibes are pretty good right now because I was able to get packs. I feel like the winds are calming down a little bit. I've had success getting packs a couple different times recently. I got some prismatic figure collections over there, and
yeah.
So for me, the set itself, like it's good. Like all the cards are good. It's to me, it's the traditional Charizard set. Obsidian Flame, Flash Fire,
Burning Shadows.
Yeah, like I feel like it might get kind of overlooked in the short term, but it's just I'm a sucker for every set though. If
yeah,
you
that's
come
fair.
to my channel, you'll know. I'm not a very tough critic.
What do you think of the Charizard SIR?
I mean, the SIR is so sick. Like, how can you complain about that? Like
How
I
would you
think it's
how would
so
you
cool.
rank it personally? Like, because there's a lot of Charizard cards out there. Like, do you feel like it's in the top few, maybe, or like where would you put it?
Top few. I would put it up there for sure. Like I really like the Brilliant Stars one.
Yeah, me
Um
too. That card is so underappreciated, I think.
yeah. I'm a sucker for some Bulbasaur line too,
Mm-hmm.
so
It's the Venusaur in the background fighting.
it's definitely up there.
Yeah, I
Like
think it's really
I would
good.
have to really look at it to tell you an answer, but I got no complaints.
Some people are like saying they think it might be the best one in the hobby. I don't know if I'd go
Yeah.
that far. I think there's a lot of really good Charizards over the years, but I don't know. I could see it being in like the top 5 of all time, in my opinion.
Oh, easy,
I think
easy,
it's maybe even top 3. If I don't
easy.
know, it's tough. But I'm with you. I think I do still appreciate the Brilliant Stars one more. It's just a little bit more classic, him fighting Venusaur, but you can't argue with the line of all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Um,
I used to be somebody that would appreciate like the vintage art, like the basic plainness of it more. But I don't know. This is one of those cards that just makes you be like, vintage can't compete. Like just the storytelling and like the shininess and
yeah.
I don't know. It's just such a nice looking card. I really like it a lot. And I do not have it yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't either, and I don't plan on buying it anytime soon because it's just the price. What is the price now? Isn't it like 500,
It's like 550,
five
575. Yeah.
fifty? Yeah, that's just like I just can't justify that. Especially like I don't know, man. There's a lot of vintage cards that you can get for that price that have way lower pops and are already graded and all kinds of stuff. So it's tough to justify.
The thing
But
the thing I struggle with is like, yeah, I could spend $500, it's like 600, like 600 bucks on it now and put it in my binder, which is great. It could go up, could go down, it doesn't matter. It's going to stay in my binder, but then I could just spend that $500 to try and make $500.
and you're good at that. So by the time the
Exactly.
Charizard
So
comes down, you'll have already made a bunch of money with the 500, and then it's like it's like
it's
it's
so
like
hard.
doubly cheap at that point, for you. Yeah.
It's so hard to just bite the bullet and buy cards for my binders, but
Well, what's Mewtwo done? Because that's kind of a great SIR that I feel like probably has a similar, probably not even as popular. But look at that. That one's still at 467. So it's come down a little bit, but I guess it hit a high of 580 in October, which is kind of crazy. But October was pumping pretty hard. I
yeah, I
don't know.
would consider that
I still think Destin will
still up
probably
there.
come down more over the next year or two. But
I get anxiety whenever I think about all the sets I don't have complete.
yeah, do you try to
Literally.
master every single one?
Yeah, I
Wow.
do.
Do
And
you have
it's
most of the sets up until like Scarlet and Violet already mastered?
no, I have all Sword and Shield, a lot of Sun and Moon, like up to Legendary Collection,
Really? You have all of the
and
e-readers, all of Neo, all of Jim Hatch.
no, all of Neo, all of Gym, all of
That's
Fossil
true because
Jungle, all
Legendary was
that. Yeah,
before e-readers. That's my
that's
bad.
before
Yeah,
e-readers.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's really
and
impressive, though,
then
man.
up to Surging Sparks,
Dang,
and then I couldn't keep up for now.
you're crushing it.
Yeah,
I kind of jumped ahead because we're going to talk about collecting later, but that's amazing, man. That's really impressive. Yeah,
it
it is
drives
stressful
me.
right now, though.
Yeah, that anxiety is what drives me, though. Like I tell people at work all the time, I'm like, yeah, this stresses me out. Like it's high priority, but like that's why I am where I am, because
Mm,
of that anxiety. So
it's kind of like
to some
propellant
extent
for
I
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, exactly.
Makes a lot of sense.
But
Well, what do you think of like the other parts of the set besides the Charizard? Any other
Well,
cards that you have
I
your eye on?
should honestly take a look because I have tried to avoid it. I opened a booster box last night to try and get my taste of it, and I did pull an SIR. The video will be going up at some time within the next week or so. But it was like a card I didn't know existed because I don't pre-look at the set. I pulled the a trainer SIR.
Okay.
You'll have to watch the video to see, but
Nice. We won't spoil
um,
that. Go watch his video on his
definitely
channel.
definitely the Meowth. I pulled the Wigglytuff IR. That's a great
Okay.
card.
I like that a lot actually. That's a super cute card with the
Yeah, it's
Jigglypuffs
really
and
nice.
I was impressed by that one.
And the Dugong, I really like that one.
That's my favorite of the IRs. That is, I
Yeah.
really like that Dugong. And yeah, you know what actually did it for me with Dugong is the how do I have one lying around? Let me see if I can.
The IR seems so cheap. Like they're almost all under $10.
Here we go. I'm pumping a card that I have in TCG Player. It's only like $3. This art was shared with me by a friend. It's a Kamura art. So same gal that does Crystal Lugia, does the Eevee from like the Pokemon Day promo last year, or was it this year? I guess it was this year.
Ooh,
But it's just a gorgeous card. I don't know if you guys can see that very
yeah,
well. Go look
that's
up this
nice.
one. It's 2016. I'm trying to remember what set this is. I don't remember which X and Y set this is, but beautiful Dugong. You can see like the ripples in the water and everything. I don't know. I feel like that card changed my opinion of Dugong. And I think that happens to me a lot in this hobby is like a card will come out with phenomenal art for a certain Pokemon that I've overlooked for all these years. And all of a sudden I'm like now a fan of that Pokemon,
Yeah,
I don't know if that happens to you at all, but
100%. It's happened to me with Slowbro
slow
recently.
bro. What was the card
Yeah.
that like got you interested?
The Pokemon Go one. And it just
Oh,
kind of happened to coincide with when I was playing through Scarlet and Violet.
okay.
And I had a shiny Slowbro, and I don't know, it just kind of has stuck with me now. I just really appreciate me some Slowbro,
I gotta
purple
find
Slowbro.
where is that one? Okay.
He's sitting out on a dock.
Oh,
I
that is
call it the
yeah.
Sunset Slowbro.
That's cute. I like that a
Sitting out
lot.
on a
Kind of
dock
cartoony, like
in the sunset.
kind
Yeah,
of
it's like
almost
cartoony
comic
art.
strippy a little bit. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
a lot. The Meowth's awesome in this set too. I think a lot of
100%.
people in the Pika Pika Papa Discord server were probably disappointed to see that one in this set because I know several guys, Mikey and some others, were loading up on those
Oh,
those
yeah.
Japanese promos, and then I think they all
Yeah.
tanked like overnight when this card got announced in the
Like
set. So
instantly, like more than 50% for sure. It's not good.
such a bummer, such a bummer. I might check out the chat here just to see if there's any. Whoa,
Sure.
pulled two SIRs, but not the Zard. Dang. Well, good luck down under. I hope you can get that Zard. Yeah, the Meowth is dope. Rain said that. Yeah. Charizard go burr. Yeah. I think that's pretty much, in my opinion, that's what's holding this set up. Maybe we can transition to kind of talking about our feel for
It
the
is.
market. But the
It
booster
is.
box is 270, which obviously it's declined from like the 340 or whatever that it pre-sold at. But I mean, 270 is still super steep for a booster box.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
a good
what's your
price.
thoughts on kind of current market price and then like what you see happening in the future?
Um, it honestly 260 feels like the new like base price,
Mm,
unfortunately. And like I think it really pains me to say it, but I really think that like it's an okay point to invest just because like it is the new norm. Like people that have allocations of this stuff are not holding it anymore.
yeah.
So to me, like if you want to buy it for an investment, it's an okay time to buy it. I just can't find myself to buy it to rip, like,
I hear
because
you.
I've been able to hit at Target, I've been able to hit at Walmart, like, I don't need to just buy a booster box just to get a booster box to rip. Like, I'll
Well,
be able to get cheaper packs in the future.
that's the
So
thing
I don't
too. It's
it's tough.
750 a pack at the current booster box price.
Yeah. So, like, there are other opportunities that you'll be able to get it for 5 or $6 a pack, but you'll also get, like, a promo or 2 with it, like
Yeah, that's true.
so if you're doing it for investment, I think it's okay, but for ripping, it's very painful. I really hate that part a lot.
Yeah, I've really pulled back a lot on ripping lately. I got burned super hard recently by 25 packs of Destin. I opened some of those what the heck were those things called? It was like the Reshiram and I think it was Reshiram and was it Salamence EX Premium Collection or something like that. It had like 5 packs of Destin and 5 packs of Surging. And I pre-ordered them way
Mm,
back in August from like Hobbiesville in Canada. I hit one of the drops online. I had to pay a little over MSRP, but it ended up being like 6 to 650 a pack or something like that. I think around 650 a pack. And I opened 25 packs of Destin Rivals and pulled nothing but 1 IR and 4 like cheap double rares. And that hurt so bad that I was just like,
yeah,
I'm just kind of burnt out at that point. I'm like, that's way too expensive to get burned that hard. Pokemon's I'm a little frustrated with Pokemon not putting enough
yeah.
hits in their products, especially while the market price is so high. I think if anything, they should kind of cool things off by increasing hit rates. But yeah, I look at this market price wise. I actually think it could dip down quite a bit because there's supposed to be a second wave. And I think we only have like half ish that's hit the market. So, I mean, Mega had like the 2 wave, and I think it dropped like a good 35, $40 or something like that. So maybe
Okay.
we see 230, maybe as low as 220. Like if I mean, I don't know. I do see the market right now is a little bit soft. Like just in general, people are kind of, oh, the market's down, it's crashing. And then all the YouTubers are feeding into it too. Right. But I could see
Well,
maybe like 220 or 230 on the second
I
wave.
mean, Mega dropped, but it dropped to 260. Like,
Yeah, and it wasn't at
um,
300 though before.
yeah, yes, but
So it
I feel
basically
like
dropped about $40, right?
it dropped $40 to 260 though. But if you think about it in relation to like the price that distributors are selling it to people with
Oh yeah,
allocations,
still
like
way high.
I feel like the fact that Phantasmal's at 260, I don't know. I feel like that's just the price.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
fair.
like that's a level.
So you think it's just going to stay at 260 then?
It'll drop a little bit naturally. Like that's what happens when there's a print wave, but I don't think it'll drop much below
Yeah.
260 now.
You think that Charizard and and I guess the gold Charizard's pretty popular too. I'm not as into the gold cards, but I think a lot of people are chasing that one because it's a pretty hard pull. So,
I just sent the Lucario to PSA that I
did you
pulled
pull
from
one of
the
those? You pulled one?
I pulled it. Yeah,
Dude,
I
that's
pulled it.
sick. That's awesome. That's way
Yeah.
cool. You gonna
And
sell it if you get a 10?
yeah, if I get a 10, I'm gonna sell it because it'll allow me to buy the entire set.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally
Which,
gonna
yeah, at that
gonna
point, it's
buy
like,
the
why
whole
not?
set. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you expedite it with PSA?
I sent it regular, so
Okay.
the 70
So not the
$70, I
TCG
think.
bulk, but it's like 20-day
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, 30-day, but 30
That's a
day
good deal.
now with their starting from opening the package time frame.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about that actually? We can shift gears a little bit
Sure.
to PSA. This is a little bit out of order of what I had for PSA, but you asked a good question. You're like, do the PSA turnaround times affect your decision making process? And I was thinking about that. I was like, first of all, we should probably tell people. I don't know if people are aware, but PSA did come out recently and basically said that their new, like when they give you a timetable of days, it's going to start the moment they get the package, to basically the moment that I think they ship it to you or whatever. And so they did increase them, but it does include now that time. So there's no like your package just sitting at PSA, just hanging out and you wondering when they're going to finally open it and receive it. Is that kind of what you understood? That's what I understood anyway.
Yeah, they used to start the time frame from when they like got it in the system, like took their initial scans, but now they do it from when they receive it. Yeah.
Will Joe, I saw a pack in a store available for purchase. That's a sign the hobby's dead.
Yeah. Dude, I went into GameStop and they had Charizard UPCs just sitting there, and I was like, what the heck?
Wow.
So I'm sitting there waiting in line, and there are people in front of me. I'm like, surely they're about to take these Charizard UPCs, but they didn't. And I get up there and I'm like, I'll take a Charizard UPC. And she was like, well, you want two? And I was like, sure.
You can get two. What are
Yeah.
they charging
And then
at GameStop though?
Well, that's the catch. She started ringing me up and it was like 190 a piece. And I was like, oh, that's why this is the first time I'm seeing cards in
they're scalping
months.
now.
So
yeah, that's
ridiculous.
steep. See, to be honest too, I actually already think the MSRP is expensive for that product because you get 18 packs, 2 promos, a mat, and maybe like some sleeves or something like that, maybe some dice or whatever. But like I look at that and I'm like, oh, that's one of those things where 18 packs for 120. I mean, I know there's the promos, those have some value. But come on, a playmat's not worth that much. Like it just feels even at 120 like it's kind of an expensive product. And I don't know what your thoughts are, but for me, I don't feel like the promos in this UPC are nearly as good as the Sword and Shield Charizard UPC, where you had like the Charizard sleeping in the woods and everything was on fire. And then you had the one where he's fighting Mewtwo, which should have been in Crown Zenith.
Yeah.
And then you had the big VMAX one. Like those are freaking sick promos. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. No, when you first said that the promos aren't that great, my immediate reaction was like, what are you talking about? But those Charizard UPC promos from Sword and Shield are next level, so it's kind of an unfair comparison. I think
That's
this
true.
box
Maybe I'm not being
awesome.
fair.
Yeah.
I'm probably not being fair.
I think this box is awesome. I got one from Pokemon Center and I opened it. And I only opened the Phantasmal Flames packs and I set the rest aside as a way of me like getting that value back one day because those promos are required for my promo binder. But
nice. So you're mastering sets and promos.
Yeah, I got the promos too. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so back on the PSA thing, then yeah. Is there turnaround times? Is that affecting your submissions lately? Or is it changing? No, not at all.
For me, it's allowing me to just send like there was a point in time when I tried to like space out my submissions to try and have like consistent returns, but it's just literally impossible with PSA because of how inconsistent they are with everything. So
yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Are you submitting like once a month, or you just every time you get a certain amount of cards, you just send them?
Every time I have time.
Okay.
And it ends up being about once a month because I always have stacks of cards to send. I have hundreds of cards. I just sent
I have a stack
another 500 this week.
Let's see if I can see it. I'm in the way. You can't really see it. Anyway, I got a big stack there too that I need to send. So I tend to just put it off, and then send a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So, which makes it harder because then you have to pay a lot more when they all come back around the same time. And it's not the greatest.
Yeah. That's kind of that's the whole point of like trying to space it out, but naturally they all hit you right at the same time.
Yep.
All your subs just get hit. Yeah. Right on the credit card.
I didn't have this down, so maybe you're not ready for this, but do you know about how many cards you've graded total?
I would have to look, but it's probably somewhere around 5,000. I would think.
Wow. Wow.
It's a
Wow.
lot.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible.
I've done a
I
lot with CGC too.
I've got to be closer to like 500. So like you're
Done a
10x
lot.
what I've done.
Yeah,
That's amazing. You've
I've
done CGC,
I've
you said
moved
too?
through a lot of slabs. Yeah. Yeah.
What was your experience with
200 and
CGC?
um it's pretty good. Like it's fine. My experience that I remember, my lasting experience is that the cards just sold for less, and I was just like, why am I wasting my time? Like thinking, do I send this card to PSA, to CGC? Like every card I'm looking at, I'm having this decision process of like,
Yeah, mental
it just
fatigue.
didn't seem worth it. Yeah, didn't
Yeah,
seem worth it
I don't blame you.
because it just didn't make as much anyway. So
I want to like CGC more than I can, but I don't know. It's just I'm just a PSA
I will
guy
say,
with all their flaws.
in my sub yesterday, I'm going to be talking about this in a video soon, more in depth. But I sent 220 of them to Catch 'em all collectibles
Okay.
through Fanatics Collect, and he can
S-
get them graded through CGC for 750 a piece.
Whoa, that's dirt cheap.
And
I
then
knew
he
he
just
graded a lot with
auctions them.
CGC, but I didn't know he would kind of consign grading. That's interesting. I
Yeah.
watch a lot of his
Yeah.
content. Do you watch many of his videos?
Yeah, for sure. For
He's like
sure.
very logical, got a really great business take. I think he's a great businessman, honestly. So I always feel like there's
Yeah.
something to be learned there.
He was I think a petroleum engineer before
Really?
he quit and did full-time Pokemon. So he's definitely got that logical
Mm-hmm.
aspect that I really like too, for sure.
Seems like he's good with
There's
managing money too. Yeah, if you guys are not sure who we're talking about, Catch 'em all collectibles, right?
collectibles. Yeah.
Catch 'em all collectibles. I always just remember the Catch 'em all part. Which funny enough, that's why Deej rebranded, right? Because he used to be Catch 'em all cards.
I was Catch 'em all cards, yep. And I made that name before I found him naturally, and he got kind of big, but
Yeah, he's pretty big
uh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, but anybody looking for
Plus,
like good business, like Pokemon business content, or just like a lot of like numbers, data, logical kind of thinking, if you like that kind of content, Dan over there at Catch 'em All Collectibles is a really good creator. I like his stuff. So
yep. Mickley, you said you stick with PSA BGS. You found flaws in CGC and tag. Yes, I am trying to exploit that aspect. You should check out my video that's coming out in the next week or two,
I
and
think
I'm
you're
going to
onto
talk about
something.
how that yeah.
I know I bought a CGC. It was like a 6 or 7. I think it was a 7. What was it? It was months ago. I bought like a Sabrina's Gengar. I was really I got rid of it because I was gonna crack it and just use it for like a raw card in my binder, but I was really unimpressed with the quality. I do think, yeah, unless you're getting like a pristine with CGC where you're getting like that top tier grade, I think they're 10s even now, which used to be 9.5s to me don't hold as much weight. A lot of them just feel like PSA 9s.
Exactly.
So everything feels like it's like a grade lower, if not more, is what I feel like. But sometimes you find like I found a Groudon for Paradox Rift that I needed for my master set. It was in a CGC 8 case because it was just real off center, and it was super
Yeah.
minty. So I just cracked it and stuck it in my binder. Sometimes you can
Yep.
get a good deal that way, but
For sure. And on the flip side of it, I mean, if you have a card that's for sure not a PSA 10, but it's on the border, like it's a 9, you might as well send it to CGC and have it get a chance at a 10. Even though the 10 is worth less than a PSA 10, it's still worth more than a PSA 9, and a CGC 10 looks cooler. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. It's definitely true. Um, what's been a few of your biggest PSA grade wins recently?
One of my bigger wins. Well, uh I got this first edition Dark Charizard upgraded from a PSA 8 to a PSA 9. So that was a pretty good
Hey,
one.
that's big, man. I think I remember seeing that. It was a recent video you came out with, right?
Yep, for
That was like
sure.
a couple days ago or something like that.
Yep.
He actually did a really cool video. He cracked a bunch of slabs and sent them back in. Some of them it had been like your second crack, so that's kind of interesting to watch. You know what they do from multiple submissions.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
Rain says she likes the slabs more. Do you mean the CGC slabs more? I'm assuming that's probably what you mean. I've grown to really like the PSA slab, I guess just because it kind of has a classic feel to it, but I can't disagree that the CGC slab is nicer, you know.
But yeah, I got this
Dude.
PSA
Nice.
10 Mega Lucario, and I
Wow.
got it. I bought it raw off eBay for $50.
What are those going for now in a 10?
Like
How many
1,200.
Whoa, I was going to guess 400.
No.
1,200? Dude, that's
Yeah, and
impressive.
I got
The
it.
XY had such bad quality.
I know.
Is that
And
pretty
this
low
is
pops?
it's like a promo. It's like 500.
Okay.
But
Low for
I
modern.
couldn't believe that I saw it on eBay. I was like, surely I'm going to get this card and there's going to be some kind of issue on it. There's no way this person is just selling a mint
Perfect card.
Lucario.
Good
I
for
was
you,
shocked
man.
when it got to me.
50 plus grading fee, so $70 turned into $1,200. That's amazing.
Yeah. But
that pays for another master set.
Yeah, but I also another video I had recently was where I got scammed on one of the Chinese 151
I remember that.
surprise booster box cases for 2,500, so it doesn't even make up for that.
Ooh, and the eBay didn't help you out with that?
No.
Really?
Nope. Not at all. So I got stuck with
Whoa. So do you think the play in the future is just buy them in smaller quantities?
No. I'll save you the time for watching my video all the way through. I'm sure you watched it, but the whole point was to tell you to buy stuff carefree from eBay, but just make sure and inspect it very thoroughly within that first 3 days. Because the reason I got screwed is because I tried to return it at 5 days.
That's
And
way fast, though.
For stuff in the Pokemon trading card or in the trading card category, they only have a 3-day grace period.
Is that even slabs and singles too? Then
yeah.
Dang, I didn't realize that. So you really
it's only if
your packages quick.
It's if the seller doesn't offer returns.
Okay.
Then you still have 3 days, but I waited for 5 days.
I think I was thinking it was like 5 or 7 days, but I didn't realize maybe that's a newer thing, or maybe I just haven't paid attention. Dang, dude, that sucks. $2,500.
It was a sealed case too. That's the worst part because I was like kind of deciding like, do I want to open some of these? Should I keep it sealed? Like I didn't just like get it that first day and just open it up and just find literally a card from a different set in one of the boxes. Like
were they at least all even Chinese
right away.
cards, or did they stuff Japanese ones in there?
No, they were all Chinese, but some from different sets.
Does the Chinese case look a lot like a Japanese booster box case?
Yeah,
because I feel like the problem I have with Japanese booster box cases is they can be resealed like with new glue so easily. Like, I don't know. I don't feel very confident in buying Japanese cases.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Sounds like
and
Chinese
it was like so legit.
Dang, man.
It was so legit too. I probably opened like 8 boxes before I realized, and I pulled literally a card from a different set. I'm like, that's not an original 151 Pokemon. Like, what is going on here?
Isn't that from? That's like from Paradox, isn't it?
CV CSV 3C. I don't know.
Paradox. Maybe not. I can't remember what that Morpeko's from. Maybe it's temporal, but whatever the Chinese equivalent of that is. Yeah, that's brutal. for me, I guess I never did answer the turnaround time. I was just going to pipe in with my answer on that. I kind of does affect me a little bit. I'm like, it, it makes me think about cards that might be, you got to be careful if you buy an expensive card and it could potentially be a lot lower in 4 months because you could have all of your
Yeah.
margin wiped out by the time it comes back from PSA. So it is actually making me think about it a little bit more. As far as like, does it matter that much about my cards just sitting there at PSA a little bit longer? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. If anything, it just means I have to pay those fees farther out, you know? Um, but it does mean too that you could have all those cards come back with the market at potentially a lower point. If we are in a decline, which I don't know, I'm not
It's a really good
convinced that we
point.
necessarily are, but you could have all your cards come back 3-4 months from now. Everything's worth way less. Some of your cards are just even, your margin's gone, or you just don't make the profit you were hoping. So I don't know. It is a bummer. It does make PSA grading a little bit riskier, I think.
Yeah. That's a really good point. It's a really good point.
But you've always got something turning around anyway, so it probably all kind of evens out, I would guess.
Yeah, and for me, I'm not sending like a bunch of like hyped hits that are like all hot in the market. You know, I'm sending common cards and hollow Tyrannitars from Pokemon Go, cards that don't really like go up and then down, you know,
They
like
just
they're
kind
just
of
kind of
flat,
yeah.
hover. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I tend to send like I'll find like alt arts from Sword and Shield and things like that I'll send, or hits from Scarlet and Violet or IRs, and so they can be a little bit more volatile with the waves of the market, you know, and what's going on. But yeah. All right, so we got to talk about the PSA offer system. I think this has been all the buzz in Pika Pika Papa's channel for like a month now, or 2 months, or whatever it's been. If you guys aren't aware, PSA has a thing now where you grade cards with them, and a lot of times before it even leaves, usually it's like right away when the grades are given to you, they'll have offers on a lot of cards. And then sometimes when you send them to the vault, you'll get offers even later on them, but they'll just buy the card straight off of you.
no fees, no taxes, no nothing. Just
Yep.
money straight
Whatever
to
the
your bank.
offer is, you get exactly that. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? Do you see that changing grading, changing the market a lot? Do you think it's here to stay? Do you think it's temporary?
I think it's here to stay. I think that it has affected the market in a major way. Um, I think that the YouTube content that gets recommended to me now is like those ripping streams of people ripping those power packs,
Yeah.
like the goblin ripping blinkers and power packs. Like I'll admit I enjoy watching them too. But like the fact
The
that I
$1,000
sent
mystery
yeah,
packs or
yeah, yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, just like
The
rolling
real
them over and
high
over
bankroller
again.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people have some crazy money.
But like it's really changed the game from like a small time flippers perspective because like I can send 3 of the same card and just get the
Mm,
money right away, right when the grading fees hit. I don't have to wait for PSA to send them to me. I don't have to then list them and then wait for a sale and then wait for the money to hit my account. Like it's just instantly.
yeah.
I can just pay for my grading fees, all 3 cards. I don't have to sell one, then list the next one, then sell that one,
Yep. You don't have to
then list the
trickle feed
next
them into
one. Like
the market. Yep.
it's game changing. And like the offers are actually like good. Like not all of them are good, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but like there are enough that are like even better than you can find on eBay that like you're gonna pay attention to them. Incredible. Like I genuinely love it. Has made my life better. Like
Yeah.
it's a good thing. Yes.
Yeah, I took advantage of several offers too on my last sub. There was a couple cards that I was like, that doesn't seem like that great of an offer. I kind of ran the numbers, but by the time I auctioned the card and it sold. It ended up going a little lower than like the buy it now prices, which meant by the time I paid fees and all that kind of stuff, I would have been better just taking PSA's offer. So their offers are good. A lot of times they're like pretty I've noticed their offers sometimes on like the commons, uncommon, and rare, like the kind of stuff that you got me integrating. Sometimes can be a little on the low side with those, you know, but
Yeah.
but sometimes they're great too.
First,
Sometimes it's like I paid $20 for this, they're give me 33 or 35 or whatever, and it's like
yeah. It's like
instantly pays
turning
for my
10
grading
cents into
fee, like you say, and then I get a little profit, you
yeah.
know. Yeah, it is pretty nice. It's really nice. There's some of them I have that
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish they would give me an offer for that one
I
because
know.
it's been sitting for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One change I wish they would make is if you have a card listed on eBay through the vault, they would still show you the offer for your listed cards.
yeah,
Be-
yeah, yeah.
That'd be
So you could
nice.
see hey, I have it listed on eBay, but PSA is willing to give me this. Maybe I'll take it down. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
I agree.
exactly.
That I don't know. That can't be that hard for them to do. I'm not sure why they don't
No,
do that, to be honest. But
no, they definitely should.
um, Yako the goat makes a good point. The PSA purchase program is amazing. They are saving you money and providing lots of liquidity and stability to the market. I do have to agree with that. I do think they are kind of stabilizing the market in a lot of ways. Um, the
It's a good
negative
point.
side though, there's a couple downsides that I see though from the whole thing. Like one, these cards are all going into mystery bags, power packs, right? Um, which is hard for me to watch the gambling side of this hobby continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. I don't love that because I think that's a major part of why sealed product is so expensive, why nobody can find it, all that kind of stuff is the gambling side is just so huge right now. Um, and some people get themselves into some serious trouble. And I mean, I don't know. I've found myself maybe a little bit addicted to like ripping packs or, you know what I mean? Or like spending too much money. So it's like, it's very easy to do that. And I think that offering that massive dopamine hit when you hit a huge card can get people really addicted. So I kind of hate to see that side of things grow from these cards that they're purchasing. I also
Yeah.
like if they're purchasing vintage, which I'm not really grading much vintage, but if they're purchasing vintage, like out of people's, like if people with their vintage cards in the vault and they give them offers, it is hard for me to watch vintage cards, which are like low pop, get siphoned into these mystery bags and kind of disappear. It kind of feels like we're almost like sucking them off the market, you know, which could make a lot of these more rare. So I don't know. I can't exactly prove that, but it's like a feeling that I'm getting just from what I'm seeing. And I mean, like, you know, if you've got a pop 5,000 or a pop 20,000, you know, modern card, PSA buying a bunch of those is not really going to change anything, right? But if you have a pop like 700 or even down like some of the really old vintage cards, like the
Yeah.
PSA 10 pops are under 100, the PSA 9 pops are under 1,000. Like you could easily suck up a decent portion of those and kind of make a bunch of them just disappear off the market, you know?
Yeah, I got an example of that actually. I recently opened a bunch of vintage like fossil and jungle Japanese packs
Yeah, that was an
and I
awesome
graded
video.
yeah, and I graded a bunch of them and I got a bunch of them back. And PSA did offer me a bunch on and the pops on some of those cards was pretty low. Like here, let me find one right here. We got
Yeah.
a we got a PSA 10 Cedra pop. Oh, come on. I think the pop was like 30 or 40 or like 20. Let me see if I can
Wow, that's
find it.
low.
But they offered me $340 for it. Just a non-hollow
That's amazing.
common Cedra.
Yeah. Well, that's an insta sell because
Insta sell. And
you
the pop was
could
20.
you could theoretically potentially get more for it, but you'd
Right.
probably have to sit on it for 6 to 12 months hunting for that one particular buyer that, and you may not, and it probably would get lower than that, to be honest, with it being a common.
It would
So
take
that,
time. Yeah.
but they can throw it in a power pack and call it a hit. And honestly, that card may
Yeah.
never see the light of day because most people are just going to probably re-roll.
Exactly, but they can still get the value over it over and over and over again. Like
And
it
that, and
doesn't
I mean,
matter that it's not getting actually bought by a human. Like
it affects it less with a card like that frankly doesn't have a lot of people that are interested in it. But some of these cards that are being used as like the top hit. I mean, I even think of like, I think one
mhm.
of the power packs has like a gold star in it. I think there's a couple actually that have gold stars in it that I saw, and it's like,
Yeah.
those are already really low pop. There's a ton of people that want those, and now those are just going to kind of disappear in there. And then, frankly, a lot of people, if they hit that, do they actually want the card or do they just want the gambling rush? Because if you hit like a $20,000, you know, PSA 8 Rayquaza Gold Star, and PSA offers you 18 grand to buy it back, how many people would just take the 18 grand and treat it kind of like a
Yeah.
lottery ticket? I don't know. It's interesting. So some of these cards I think could be disappearing, at least as long as these power packs go under. It's really interesting. I'm not sure.
It's not going anywhere. I used to be a huge Madden Ultimate Team addict, which is just opening virtual packs over and over and over
Mm,
again. And I would play the market and like literally just try and make money because you could sell those virtual coins too, which is
oh,
against
interesting.
policy, but that's what I would do. It was fun. And it ended up turning into Pokemon for me, but
So you went from
it's
sports
so
cards
fun.
to Pokemon.
Virtual sports card. It's
Okay.
like power packs into real Pokemon.
Huh.
But
So that
I
was
was
your
into
gateway in.
Pokemon a
So it
long time
was the
ago.
gambling that was your gateway into the hobby then,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, I was in as a kid,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
and like 10 years ago, but yeah, that's pretty much what got me like, you know what? I can probably make money doing market stuff with this. It's just like arbitrage and whatnot.
That's cool. That's
But
cool. Madden,
the power packs are
digital
going
power
nowhere.
packs. Wow. How fun. Let's
Yep.
see here. What do we got? We got oh yes, I forgot to talk about this. So did you hear recently there were some rumblings people talking about. We're kind of late to the party on this, but it was like a week or two ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago. But apparently at some card shows like Collecticon, maybe even some of the front row card show, those sorts of things, there's been representatives for PSA, and maybe I've heard potentially for GameStop, but I think they're kind of connected. So it probably is for PSA that have been going around with, like, we're talking high six figures or more, just buying cards at market, buying out vendors, buying everything. Have you heard about that?
I had not heard about that before I saw your
Apparently,
question.
yeah, it's like somewhere in like the 6 to 7, maybe even potentially low seven figure range, like cash, just walking into the card shows and just buying hordes of slabs, probably for these
Wow.
power packs. But that's kind of crazy. I mean, again, that kind of feeds a little bit into what we are talking about, but it is, if they're buying a lot
I
of
know it's
modern,
true.
it feels like it doesn't affect things as much. But man, if they're going and they're buying up a bunch of these vintage grails, we could see maybe greater scarcity in those than we have in a long time.
I think they're literally buying anything they can.
I think so.
They're because I've still got some
Uh,
connections with some crypto teams, and I know a group that kind of runs a power pack essentially for crypto. You just use your crypto to roll it, and they're doing the same. They're having to buy millions of dollars of slabs off of people
dang.
like vendors that go to shows and stuff too.
Are
Like
they doing
literally, like
Pokemon slabs or are they doing
yeah,
other like
it's all
sports?
Pokemon.
It's all Pokemon. So they have a crypto pack. Is it just that you pay crypto to buy the pack, or how is
You
it
pay
connected to crypto?
crypto. Yeah, you pay crypto
Okay.
to roll into a slab. It's just like power packs. It's the
Okay.
same thing.
But bought with crypto.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
And
Down Under makes a
they've
point.
raised so much money.
They're going to control the vintage market for years to come then. I mean, that could very well happen, which makes me really sad because I actually really love vintage cards, and there's a lot of vintage slabs that I would love to have in my collection that you have to slowly work towards, and some of these may just become completely unobtainable. You know, it's
Yeah.
very easy for a
Even
company
my
that big just
binders.
to buy most of it out, you know.
Literally. Like, I keep thinking for my binders to complete, I'm just gonna have to come across like a couple $100,000 that I'm just gonna be able to spend on whatever, and just like that's the only way I'm ever gonna be able to complete all my binders.
I would be interested. So I don't know if you noticed, but Danny Phantom's been going through, and I think I can't remember if he's doing it in a year or something, but he's completing every master set in
Yeah.
Pokemon. I'm really curious when he gets to the end if he'll share how much he spent. I would love to know, like, what does it really cost right now, especially in this crazy market, to master every set of Pokemon. And of course, it's going to vary
Yeah.
by condition and all that kind of stuff.
100%.
But that is a pretty fascinating question.
Yeah. I
But
can't even watch his videos of that. It's like it hurts my soul that he's gonna be able to do it. It's like a jealousy thing, but
you're jealous.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
jealous. 'Cause I'll never be able to.
Yeah. I don't blame you. There's so much to collect in this hobby. It's like it never ends. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of crazy.
Genuinely.
Um, yeah, Rain makes a great point. This is why I don't support this PSA stuff. Why let them take control of it all? I hear you. I hear you. That's a very valid point. It's a very valid point. I think it's tough because it's like I've always really enjoyed collecting PSA slabs. I like having my card encapsulated. I like it being protected and also knowing that somebody else that was probably pretty anal, maybe not quite as anal as me, but probably was pretty anal, like check the condition. Cause I've bought a lot of raw cards that are near mint that are just not great. Um, and I do like the conditional rarity chase, if I'm honest. I do, you know, and the PSA, whether we like it or not, they're like the most, they dominate the market. They have the most
Yeah.
slabs. They usually demand the best prices unless you have a black label. And so it's tough. The collector side of me still wants to collect PSA slabs, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not entirely on board with everything that they're doing right now. I definitely am not on board with them buying up all the vintage. That's for sure. But anything more you want to talk about PSA?
Um, no. Just if you haven't, you need to go watch Pokeball's short. I recently you told me to bring a slab to show off. This is the one I wanted to
Yeah,
show off.
nice, dude.
Say
Gentleman 10
first
first
edition.
edition. Oh,
Yep.
I'm really jealous because I have that in a non first edition 10 and I
Yep. It's an
love that
ode.
card. Love
It's an
that card.
ode to your video about the better way to crack slabs using the like a bottle opener. I did that this week and it was so nice.
It's so amazing,
Definitely
isn't
go
it?
watch it. Yeah,
Take
it
It
was
Easy,
huge.
Bra showed me that video, that short, and I was like, "Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?" And I tried it, and I could not believe I've been doing this the hard way with the screwdriver
Yeah.
and prying and everything. This is
Oh, yeah.
this is an absolute game changer. Game changer.
Yeah. And this was a 9 at one point, worth like $150,
Ooh,
and now it's worth like 2,000 in a 10.
dude, good for you,
So
man.
get you a cracker.
You know, if you ever hit that first edition Firo, Lieutenant Surge's Firo, you got to hit me up.
That
That's
one's
like one of
not
my
ever getting
favorite vintage
regraded.
cards. What's that?
Yeah. That one's not ever getting regraded again. Now that it got downgraded to the
So
8.
sad, dude. So
It's going to
sad.
stay an 8 forever. It is
Maybe I should
sad.
buy your 8 and regrade it and see if I can get a 9.
There you go. Be a fun experiment. Be a fun experiment.
That's funny. Yes, Rain put the bottle opener is so easy, cracks so clean. I know, I love it. It's amazing. People were worried. I will say, somebody in my comment section was worried. Oh, won't this be bad for scammers? The thing about it is once you crack that slab though, like the glue residue, like this whole like edge changes completely. You couldn't put it back together and not tell that like your edge was jacked up. Like it would be the frosting doesn't look right. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I don't think anybody could do it.
yeah, I don't think so either.
Down under,
Cool.
I think it would take PSA literally. He asked what it would take for somebody to
Mm,
overtake PSA.
yeah.
I think it would literally take some kind of scandal at PSA, like the company to literally burn down. Like it's nobody's overtaking PSA.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I
In
think
my
you're
eyes.
right. I think they would have to do something terribly wrong to make everyone lose confidence in them. And of course, you have random people that have lost confidence in PSA, but they'd have to get the general market to lose confidence in PSA.
Yeah.
And that would be their downturn. But the problem is the other companies are all involved in as many or more, scandals as PSA.
Yeah.
And so it's like no one's really clean in all this. So I don't know. It's tough. I would love to see somebody else though give them a run for their money. I really would. I think competition's
Yeah.
good. I'd love to see prices come down, all that kind of stuff. So, but, all right, let's
100%.
talk personal collection stuff. It's kind of fun.
All right.
I feel like most of the content on YouTube these days is all market related or scandals or whatever. But I do love just talking about collecting, especially hearing from another fellow collector what they've got their eye on. What's your focus been lately in your personal collection?
My focus is always my binders. It's always my binders. What I've been trying to complete lately is um, black and white, getting everything sorted and organized, and mega sorted and organized and put into the binders because I just got my Voltex binders. That's what I've been doing recently.
So
Getting a
you've
bunch
been
of stuff
sorting the
organized.
commons through rares, and then also are you buying singles for Mega?
Yeah, I'm buying some of the cheaper stuff for now. I recently had like 5K of grading fees hit, so I don't have a bunch of extra money to buy stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's rough.
so not right this second, but soon. I will be because I always try and figure out when this is the best time to buy for binders. Competitive meeting um the imprintness, So it's a
Yeah.
tough thing. But
What's your favorite card from Mega? How about your favorite
um
two cards from Mega? 'Cause sometimes it's hard to pick an absolute favorite.
sure, I would go with the Bulbasaur
Mm,
and
the one that's the
um
box topper and is an IR in the set.
yeah, yeah, and the Lucario Gold. That card is so cool. Like having it in person, like it was so cool. And it's a card I pulled, so it's something I will always have an attachment to now. Like
Yeah,
yeah, that
that's
card
cool.
really
That makes it
it's a
harder to
cool
sell
gold
though
card.
if it does get a 10, when you pull
That's
it
true.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until it can literally fill my entire binder for free, then it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
I don't know if I could pick it's hard to
Yeah,
pick
what
a
about
favorite
you?
two in that set, but I really do love that Spiro, honestly. The Spiro IR. It gives me hope that they'll give us a Firo IR or SIR, but I'm probably just it's probably hopeless. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
just so much money.
I know. It's
Nice down
crazy.
under. Completed. You'll have to share a picture of your
Gen 1 binder. Nice.
yeah,
Didn't want to
you'll
get
have to share.
just 150 cards with a ton of different era cards in it. That's sick. That's awesome. Congrats, man.
Very cool.
Congrats. That's awesome. Yeah. For me, I kind of talked about it a little bit recently in a video, but I'm heavily focusing on my gym heroes and gym challenge. I'm trying to get those
Oh,
master sets
nice.
complete. So, and then I did pick up a slab recently that's on its way to me that I'll probably reveal in like a future video or something, so I won't spoil the fun with that. But I
Oh,
still do
come
have
on.
I I still have my eyes on some vintage slabs right now because I do think, especially the PSA nines, are I think decent buys, and I still could see the scarcity of them being an issue in the future. Um, Tens, like for a lot of vintage cards, are so rare. You know, they're like a
Yeah,
lot
they
of them are
really
like
are.
1 to 200 pop. Some are like 70. You know, and so it's like it's just kind of I don't know. I think nines are going to become like the new tens, so to speak, as tens just get into the upper echelon.
Interesting.
Like I kind of feel like the tens are getting so expensive that they're going to kind of be played with the whales and all the hardcore gamblers and guys with big money. And then I think the new grail for a lot of people that's actually attainable is going to be the nines. But that's how I feel. I don't know. I could be wrong,
Interesting.
but I'm kind of learning to just be content with a PSA 9, you know, especially a first edition PSA 9. They're really nice cards, you know,
For sure. For
really nice
sure.
cards. So, but yeah, let's see. Yeah. So you brought that slab. Did you have anything else you wanted to show from your collection?
No, that's good for now.
I brought a couple cards here I wanted to share. This one,
Okay.
for those that were like subs for a long time, you might have seen, I have like a PSA graded copy of this for like the what do they call those? The pop series or whatever, the stuff that you get passed out. It's not pop series. It's the price packs that you win at the
Play
pre-release
packs.
events and the play packs. Yeah, the play packs. But I wanted to feature Arita. I
Mm.
love this Silver Tempest Lugia art. I know we all talk about the alt art version, but the art on this full art is absolutely gorgeous. It's not CGI art. Y'all know how I hate CGI art, but Arita absolutely crushed it on this Lugia. I think this is a highly underrated
Ooh.
card. Very cheap, but absolutely gorgeous. You can see all, you guys probably can't see very well from here, but go look up the card yourself. Just beautiful detail with all the waves and everything. I think it's really, really, really cool. And then the other card that I extremely lame was that. Yep.
No, that's
Okay.
about
Gotcha.
GameStop upcharging for the Moltres
Yeah. Yeah.
UPC.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were trolling me for a second, just for fun,
No.
which would have been
No,
good
no, no.
troll. The other one is this card I find highly underrated, guys. I love this Durant card. I think it's freaking hilarious. Um, I especially love that you can put these in a line in a binder and they all connect. Like the head of that ant forms up with the butt of the other card and so on and so forth.
Ah,
This is an underrated card, guys. I'm not trying to pump it, but I just think it's super cool. Surging Sparks, SIR, love it. Um, yeah,
interesting.
anyway, thought it was a fun one to share. But yeah, the Ho-Oh, you get the Ho-Oh, you're probably talking about the full art from Silver Tempest, which would be that one I think 5-band did, if I remember correctly, or one of the CGI houses, but it's actually a nice CGI art. I do. Yes, see, down under what you're saying there, I need 9 of those Durant for a full binder page. I literally want to do the same thing. Like, I'm seriously contemplating burning the money. They're like $20 a piece, and I'm seriously considering doing it because I just think it's hilarious. I think it'd be great to see I think it'd be great to see 2 pages of these in a line, frankly.
Be a
But
good meme for
it'd be
sure.
a fantastic.
No, you need to
So
get one of those 4x4 binders and do it.
there you go. Even bigger. It's just like a giant anthill, you know? Yeah, it's a really cool card. I think maybe even the background, yeah, the mountains. I think the height of the mountains even connects too. Like it was designed clearly to like connect from one
Wow,
card to the next, which
that's
is
cool.
cool. Yeah. So you mentioned master sets are your focus. I was kind of curious. Is there any master sets that you recently finished?
Yeah.
Or maybe one that you're like super like what did you recently finish?
Journey Together, Surging Sparks,
Wow.
Twilight Masquerade, like all that whole like 5 sets right there. I recently went
Dang, good
on
for
like I
you.
think I spent about $2,500 and just finished them all off.
Good for you, man. I'm curious. So your strategy with master sets, do you typically target the most expensive cards first? Do you spread those out? Like, what's your strategy with completing master
My
sets?
strategy is to buy things at their minimum value. So it doesn't have
Okay.
anything to do with cheaper, most expensive, other than a lot of times when sets first come out, the more expensive cards are way more expensive,
Yep.
and the cheaper cards are cheaper than they should be. So like the cheaper
Okay.
cards will kind of go up because a lot of people will pull them a lot and they'll just try and offload them and the price will go down because the
That's a
demand's
great
not
tip.
there.
That's a great tip for
But
people.
for the rare
Yeah.
cards, they go up at release. Some of them go down, but I don't buy rare cards at release, but a lot of times I will buy like the lower rarity IRs
Yeah.
that they just get below, like that's the way Phantasmal is right now. Like almost every IR is below $10.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad time to just complete all the IRs.
No kidding.
But yeah, so that's my strategy. And a lot of times like the Iron Hands from Paradox
Yeah.
was really good competitively. So like that was the only card I was missing from that set for a long
But
time
why buy it
until
while
it
it's competitive? Yeah.
exactly. Like I'm not in any rush to complete the set, so I'll just leave that blank until it's done being competitive and it'll drop by 50% and then I can just buy it right then and be done, you know.
I'm pretty jealous of your Paradox Master set. I'm a long way from my Paradox Master set being done.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I probably focus more on slabs than I should. So
yeah, it's a double-edged sword because a lot of the times I'll just spend all my profits on my binder. And like that's the whole point of my entire store, YouTube, everything is for my binders. So that's the point. But I also don't have a lot of extra cash laying around all the time
yeah,
for all my
yeah.
work. It's just all sitting in my binders. But
That is
that's
hard
what it's all
about
about. So
master sets. I feel like, well, and even just collecting in general is it's like some of these things I grade cards, I'll sell them. That gives me some cash flow back. Like, or I'll sell off, hits that I don't want from packs or whatever. Like you can get some money back, but every time like I put cards away in a master set, they never come out. And then some of the bigger slabs that I really want, especially like vintage ones, like they also never really come out. So it's like you're kind of just putting the money away, and I don't know, it's interesting. It can get expensive in a hurry, that's for sure.
yeah, it does.
Down under saying the Akira Agawa Ho from Silver Tempest. All right, I got to look this up because I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember there
that one
being.
sells for a lot.
There's an
In
Akira
10.
Agawa Ho in Silver Tempest. What am I missing here? How did I not know about this?
It's like $5, but as a V card, that tells you how cool it is.
Okay, so it's
That a V card is
yeah, the
$5.
V. It's the non-textured V. That's right. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. That is a really nice
Yeah.
card. I actually think I have one of those sitting in the binder. But yeah, you said $5. What does that go for in a 10?
It's closer to 100. I'm pretty sure I've sold one.
That is a beautiful card. That card, yeah, you're right. That goes with this Lugia, which is pretty sick. I still find it so depressing. I made a video about this a long time ago that they did not put a Ho-Oh in Silver Tempest. Like a whole SIR, sorry, or not SIR. They called them alt arts back then, but they didn't put another alt art because it's like the two should have been together, or like Groudon and you never got a Kyogre. You know what I mean?
Or they made a sister set called Gold something.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Maybe they could have even put it in Crown Zenith. I don't know. But it could have been somewhere that, at least in the era, you could have had a Ho and a Lugia. I think would have been really nice. But
dude, Ho-Oh would have fit perfectly with those gold legendaries in Crown Zenith.
Dude,
just have a gold Ho-Oh.
Can you imagine a gold Ho? That would go so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess there is one in Destined, but not in that Crown Zenith style.
I am a big Lugia fan. I really love Lugia a lot, but I do think Ho does not get enough love. Ho's a great Pokemon. Doesn't get enough love. And it's also Ho, I think, is the first legendary Pokemon that we see in the anime, right? Isn't it like the very first episode? There's a Ho flying in the distance.
Yep. That's the whole reason I
Dude,
kept this card
you
is
got the
because
Destin Rivals one. Oh, that's so
I
sick.
pulled it. I pulled
You
it in my
pulled
first
that? Oh
booster
my
bundle.
gosh. That's
But this
amazing.
is like really reminds me of my journey because like I saw one of those first episodes of
Mm,
Pokemon and like they don't tell you what Ho-Oh is in
no.
the anime. Like
For
it's
for
just
like
like a
2 years.
mystery.
For like
Yeah.
2 years you have no
So
idea,
like
right?
literally that drove me like wanting to know what Ash
What
saw
is
that
that
day. Like I'm
Pokemon?
like, I gotta keep watching. I gotta keep
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, you don't find out for
So
I
this
think it's literally two
yeah.
years later.
I really don't keep modern slabs, but I had to keep this one just because it really speaks to me in my
Absolutely, man.
Pokemon life.
Is that what the slabs in the background are for you? Are they mostly slabs that are either like special memories or like really speak to you in some way?
Yeah, for sure. Most of them are meaningful. The bottom row for sure is meaningful. A lot of the other ones are just kind of cool, but yeah. I know this one would make you jealous. The
I don't, dude. I
Korokoro.
want that Koro shiny Mew in PSA 9, dude.
Yeah.
Ah, the price has just blown up this year. It's like 4 to 5x in a year. It's crazy. Crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I am jealous of that one. I actually sold my 7 recently because I was like, I don't really want a 7 long term. And it felt like the 7 was really inflated. So I just sold the 7 off and then I figure I'll get that 9 when it seems like the right time. But
For sure. For sure.
Down Under
It's a
says,
tough.
and 2 years when you're young feels like a lifetime. Yeah, it's so true. 2 years feels like forever. Like it feels like the Pokemon craze is this really long thing, but it really wasn't. It was pretty. It was like a
It's
flash
like
in the pan when we were kids, you
it
know.
reminds me of the GS ball all of a sudden you saying that because Ho-Oh got me through the main the Indigo League and the GS ball got me through Johto, but they never even tell you what's on in the GS ball. Like you still don't know.
What the heck?
It's so stupid.
What the
So
heck?
stupid.
Kabutop says, got to start a master set by opening like 20 to 30 packs. Then that gives you a start. It actually becomes worth it to open some packs. After a certain point, you want to hunt down singles around card shops and online. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, for the master sets, it's a great point. Yeah, I
My strategy.
kind of do similar to open packs, and then I'll start attacking singles. But
My signal to stop opening packs and just go for signals is usually when I start getting duplicate reverses. Like once I'm getting just duplicate reverses in every pack, then I'm like, okay, this is a waste of my
I
dud
apparently had
packs,
no ability to even notice signals to stop opening Destin Rivals because I opened way too much of that set, like an idiot. I kind of regret it. But I also knew I would regret it if I didn't because I loved that set so much. But yeah,
That's the thing. That's the thing is you'll never pull something like this unless you try. And like I'm never buying a PSA 10 of this. The only reason I have this is because I bit the bullet and open some packs,
yeah,
Like
yep, yeah. I mean, I got really lucky because I've got that PSA 10 Mewtwo, and my strategy with that because I didn't pull it from a pack. I bought the single and graded it, but I had a hunch that Mewtwo would do the same thing that the Surging Sparks Pikachu SIR did. I had a hunch that it would start hot and then it would crash like the first weekend or two and then skyrocket off and never come back to that price. And sure enough, it did exactly that. And I bought like literally at the very bottom of that day before it jumped back up. Some seller was kind of newer, looking to just get rid of it. And I thought, a newer seller might be getting rid of a potentially clean copy, but either way, I'm going to take the gamble at it. And it ended up paying off big time. I got lucky, really lucky, but, yeah. So I don't know. I didn't really have much else that I wanted to discuss, but was there any other topics that you wanted to talk about before we maybe see if anybody's got some questions?
No, I think this has been a really fun conversation. I don't really have anything specific. I've been enjoying myself just kind of rambling.
Me too, man. Me too. If you guys want to put in the chat any questions you have for us, it's not like we're any sort of expert or anything, but we just love to engage with you,
Yeah. Not financial advice. Disclaimer.
So you mix in other languages then in your master sets sometimes?
Yep.
You will?
Yep. Yep. If it's the cheaper one, like, I mean, it's just, when you have to collect 10,000 cards, if you can spend 50% on 10% of them, like you're just saving so much money. So I
Yep.
do. And then if I come across the English one, I can take the other language one out and then sell the other language one. And it's like this cycle, you know,
Yeah.
upgrading to the English near mint, like
So you're
the
slowly kind of
ultimate.
upgrading over time kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Where the ultimate goal is just to fill the holes. But
Yeah. I've been
I
like
have,
with Gym Heroes and Challenge, I've been targeting near mint for the hollows that I really care about. And then for everything else, I've been pretty much just targeting light play or near mint with occasionally like a mod play. If I find a mod play that's just a really good deal, I'll just be like, eh. If it's a card that's not that meaningful to me in the set, I'll just buy the mod play. And I looked back at my base set jungle and fossil binders that I completed way back in. It's actually all in one binder, but that I completed way back in like 2012, maybe 2013, something like that. And
mhm.
there are a good number of cards there that are in great condition, but there are a lot of them that were in like mod play that I didn't even realize were mod play. But in a binder, like they still look great.
You
But
really don't know. Like, I buy damaged cards. Like, I'm not buying near mint
yeah,
all the time. Like,
yeah.
I buy damaged cards. I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, I love my binders.
Especially if you're
I don't
getting it,
stop
if
them.
you're paying a damaged price, like you're not paying the full price. It's like it can be a great deal, great way to get it in the binder.
Exactly. I got so many holes, so
Gotta fill
can
them
once
somehow.
I'm all the way full, I can upgrade, some of the quality, but like let's get all the holes full first.
Absolutely. Looks like we got a few questions here. So McLee says, what do you think about the massive printing of Ascended Heroes? So I actually didn't know there was going to be massive printing. And the only thing I've been hearing so far is just that there's going to be a waived system. And that apparently for like the first month, there's only going to be like 3-pack blisters or something like that. Something crazy. It's going to be really like heavily
Interesting.
waived, but I didn't know there was going to be a lot of print. Have you heard
Are you
about that, Deej?
The only thing that's making me think they're saying that is because of how long it was on the Pokemon Center. Like the booster bundles were on there for like 4 or 5 hours
Okay,
today.
gotcha. So you mean that there's just a lot of stock on the Pokemon Center? I didn't even bother to try
And the
to get
limit
those.
was
I figured,
4.
I figured I wouldn't even get it. I should have probably tried. Apparently.
Yeah, it was on there for a long time, and the limit was actually 4 too. So
Now, did you still have to sit in a queue though for hours?
yeah, like an hour, like an hour.
So I still feel like that's low compared to demand. You know what I mean? Like until we get it to the point where it's sitting on the site for like a full day, or
Right.
you don't have to enter a queue, or I don't know. So I guess my take would be probably won't really matter. We're probably still going to see high prices. Have they even revealed any of the SIRs yet? Do you know on Ascended Heroes?
Yeah, there's some in the Pika Pika Papa chat. Like I just saw them right before I joined this.
This must have been like today they released these then.
Yeah.
Let's see. Special set lineup. I was going to see if they've got, looks like Poke Beach has got an article. They did another Zekrom. That's really interesting. I wonder why
Mass
Zekrom and
printing
Reshiram are
is good.
getting a ton of love right now.
If
Um,
if it's true, then yes.
so I did
Good.
see the Gengar. That one was released a while back. I'm not really a big Mega Gengar fan. I like normal Gengar a lot, but Mega Gengar for me is not as much of a thing.
Plus that one's not that cool.
It's not.
Didn't impress me that much.
I almost think it may be more of one of those things of like how good is the set might have a bigger impact than. But then again, I don't know. Everybody's just ripping anything Pokemon right now, so
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
it's
Ripping
probably still going to
shippers
be really
like
hot. And the fact that it's a special set, I hate specialty sets, like the way that they distribute them, because it just feels like there's always a pack constraint on specialty sets. Just
yeah.
really inefficient way of getting packs out to people. So I'm sure these are going to be really expensive pack prices. Kabutops, Kanto Fossil, rank these moderns: 151, Prismatic, Destined, and Phantasmal. I actually did a Scarlet and Violet ranking video recently where I ranked these. What would you do, Deej? How would you rank those? 151,
Sure.
Prismatic, Destined, and Phantasmal.
Well, Destined is definitely number one. I would then go 151, then Phantasmal, then Prismatic.
I think I agree with you. Yeah. I would rank them the same way. I'd put Destin first, 151 right behind it, and then yeah. But I mean, you know me, I absolutely hate Prismatic.
Yeah,
So
you'd have the
it's always
Prismatic
gonna
at
be
the bottom of
last.
every list.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's not really a
for
fair question for me. I'm pretty biased.
Yeah, I've opened too much. I'm a bit jaded on it myself recently. But
yeah, I don't blame you. It's just you don't get much out of the packs. That's the problem. Is you just feel like you're getting ripped
yeah,
off constantly.
it's the God
And
Pack
even if
rush. That's what it's all about.
you're right, which is the gambling rush, which kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like I do feel like so much of this hobby is being pushed towards gambling. And here's the thing. I'm not against gambling entirely. Like I like the rush of opening a pack and seeing what I'm going to pull. Like we all like the gamble, but there is a point where it becomes like too much. You know what I mean? Where like the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And to me, Prismatic is that way. Like the juice is not worth the squeeze with Prismatic, you know, but Rain Collect says, y'all think a PSA 9 Mew VMAX alt from Fusion Strike for 175 is a good deal? What has that been going for lately? Let me look that up.
Yeah, let's see what it's going for.
I'll look at price charting real quick. Mew VMAX.
Well, looks like raw it's going for.
Are you talking about?
Yeah,
she
that's
talking
a good
about
deal.
114? No, she'd be talking about not 114, 269, right?
Looks like on TCG Player they're going for about 195. So 175 PSA 9. It's a good deal. You're getting a near mint one already graded.
I'm seeing price charting
Yes.
prices for it as 195 for a PSA 9. So yeah, I mean that seems like a good. And if you're one to put in a binder, you could crack it. You're gonna have a dang nice copy for your binder. I agree. I think that's fair. Ungraded is about 171, so you're only paying a tiny bit more. Might as well get the graded.
And I would feel like that price is relatively safe too, to be honest. Sword and
especially
Shield
with how
like
old Fusion Strike is
in a window. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Plus Mew, honestly, Mew is just such a popular Pokemon. You can't really go wrong with Mew long term. So people buying damaged cards, doing all that voodoo magic to them, and then grading them for higher grades is so sketch. Really don't feel good about that. I 100% agree. And it's actually been something I've been a little bit concerned about recently. Like, I think a lot of people favor the new certs because they're like PSA's being harsher, you know, but I actually kind of wonder if I'm better off buying older certs because people are doing a lot of weird, crazy crap nowadays. And I hope they can get better at detecting that stuff. It's one thing if you're just like wiping something off with some water. I maybe could see you like slightly polishing it with like a little wax. Maybe, but like when you start getting to like all of these things where you're like humidifying the card and getting rid of dents and all this kind of stuff or cutting the corners, like I'm just like, no. Or filling in the scratches with something, or you know what I mean? I don't know. It's tough, really tough. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement. 100% agreement.
Scored 2 ETBs and 4 booster bundles yesterday and today. Congrats, Rain. That's awesome. I'm guessing that's probably for Phantasmal. Too. Or is that? No. She's talking Ascended Heroes. Yeah. From the Pokemon Center. I did get the 2 ETBs. I couldn't believe that I managed to get the 2 PC ETBs because I've missed them. I missed Destined, Journey, Mega. All 3 of those I could not get. I
I feel
tried,
pretty
could not
confident
get them.
with their initial releases these days because they're up for a couple hours. Like
They're getting
as long as
better.
you can have a stable internet connection for a couple hours, you should be able to get it.
So what I've been doing, a little tip for you guys, because it's hard sometimes to keep, like if you're at work and you're trying to keep your phone awake, I'll put on like a long YouTube video in the background and just like, you like toss it up on iPhone and it puts it up in a small square above your browser and it keeps your phone awake and active. And then I'll just let it sit there and play it, even if I'm not listening to it. That way I don't like, I'm not like working and forget and my screen goes dark. Cause I think that's probably what hurt me with some of the other releases is like, yeah, you're waiting for such a long time. You miss it for even just a second. Your screen goes dark.
For sure.
They throw you back in the queue,
Yeah. For me, I can't even switch apps or like do anything like that. So I just have
Kabutop's
to let it
Kanto
sit there.
Fossil. There's a queue system law. We are in a boom still. People are wishful thinking, calling it a crash. I agree. People are kind of freaking out, but some of that, I think, a lot of new people to the hobby. If you bought stuff in the past 6 months, because that's, you entered the hobby and you bought everything at these high prices and you're watching it all decrease, it's like maybe you panic, but yeah.
Plus, we're entering the holiday season here. Like we're not gonna crash right now.
And then tax return season, and who knows what they'll reveal for the 30th. Like it's crazy. I actually wish it would calm down more personally, but that's me.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want the whole market to crash, but I would love to see below MSRP booster boxes again. One can dream.
Yeah.
Let's see. With the 30th anniversary overlapping with Ascended Heroes, how do you think Pokemon is going to print enough for demand? I think the answer is they're not.
They won't. Yeah.
I don't think they are. I think if they, the only way that they can maybe quench demand is if they drastically increase pull rates, so that people just hit the cards faster and don't feel the urge to pull. That could actually drastically lower the prices of sealed product. But I don't think they're going to do it because everybody has made it clear that they want these $500 to $700 cards at release, which I made a video about this recently.
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan. I don't want cards over like even 200 at release. It's just, I mean, I'm talking to Deej here, who's mastering every set. It's freaking expensive to try to get these cards that raw. So I personally would like to see higher pull rates, lower card prices. Maybe we could all master our sets more.
Yep. That would work too, because it definitely worked with Scarlet and Violet base. Like that came out decently expensive. It became easy to pull that mirror in. Everything dropped immediately. Like
the funny thing is that today everybody still likes opening those first 4 sets. Maybe not as much Scarlet and Violet base, but they love, Paldea all the way through Paradox because you open a booster box, you get an SIR. Sometimes you get 2 SIRs, but it's like they're fun to open because you hit something, Now you got to open 3 Destined Rivals booster boxes to hit 1 SIR. That's crazy to me.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's crazy.
It's terrible. I felt very lucky to get one in my Phantasmal last night.
Yeah.
I felt very lucky.
Which one did you get? Oh, you're going to reveal that in your video, right?
Yeah.
We'll save that. No spoilers, right? When's that video coming out?
Either Sunday or the next Sunday. I release one video every Sunday. I've been just trying to have a schedule, and once a week's about the most I can manage.
Cool. Well, anybody who's interested, by the way, in master set stuff, I got something coming out for you Friday, so stay tuned.
Oh, really?
Little shameless plug. You might actually find that one interesting, Deej, but let's see. McLee says, I would like to see what your opinions are regarding getting PSA 10 cards signed by voice actors like Erica Schroeder and Mark Thompson. I recently got Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike and PSA 10 signed and Moonbryon. Oh, that's cool. So not the artist that drew the card, but the voice actor for the Pokemon or for the anime character. I think it's cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah. What do you think, Deej?
Yeah, I just don't know anything about it. Um, if I knew that those were the voice actors, I would probably think it was cool, if I cared about it. I don't know if it increases value or decreases value. I'm the wrong person to ask.
Probably depends on the voice actor, I would guess. Like more popular voice actors are probably gonna maybe increase the
Mhm.
value. Less known ones probably don't. I'd probably still lean mostly towards like the artists, but I don't even know if the artists are still signing them anymore. They had so many negative. Pokemon had so many problems with that in the past, with like people just being horrible, frankly, and so they ruined it for everybody else. But I mean, I would love to be able to go to one of those and get like, Arita's signature on something, or Conda's or somebody, but like I just, or Komiya's, or I don't know. I just don't think we're gonna probably see that for a while. But yeah, the voice actor is a cool concept too. I never thought about that. Um, yeah, Down Under says,
I
I'm
bet it.
hoping one day. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying. I bet it increases the value to the right audience. Like, you just got to find the right buyer. It
Yeah,
would it would add value.
I agree. I think you're right. Especially if putting it on the slab probably isn't as valuable. I don't know. Would that be as, trying to think, because with the artist, it's definitely more valuable to have it on the card, not the slab. Um, and then if you have PSA authenticated, like as an authentic signature, I would assume it would
Mm,
be that way with the voice actor, but maybe it's not. But I know in the past, like I've seen some like base set Charizards by Arita with the little Charizard
yeah,
sketch and
yeah,
everything on them. They can go for some crazy prices, even in like
yeah,
lower
yeah, yeah.
grades. Um, Down Under says, hoping one day to get back to 151, 132 SIR rates. Me too. And I thought 151 was like 1 in 45, but maybe it was 1 in 32. Either way, like whatever it was, it
Hmm.
felt awesome, you know?
Yeah, it felt better. It felt better. It felt right.
It did. Sylveon both and PSA 10 and adds monetary value, does nothing or negative effects. Yeah. Sylveon. Yeah. To be honest, Mick Lee, I think with the signature, you probably know as much as we do about that with the voice actors. I do know it adds a lot of value with the artist, but I don't know about the voice actor part. Um, okay, so you cracked the PSA slab and then got him signed. That's pretty cool.
I don't know if I would have done that personally, but
I
um,
mean, I guess there's a gamble. You crack a 10 and you only get a 9, but probably depends on,
I mean,
maybe you
when you
crack the
send it back
9s.
into
Oh, you
PSA,
said
they
10s.
don't
You did.
even regrade the quality. They just grade the signature, right? Like they don't.
I think you can get the card graded along with the signature authenticated. I'm pretty sure you can get both. So they'll put like a grade on it. So he took
Gotcha.
a, how many of these did you do, McLee? I'm kind of curious. You
That
took a
could be pretty
gamble.
interesting, Nickley, if you got
You got to
guaranteed
report back to us
pins.
and let us know what you find out, because I'm
Yeah,
curious now. I'm assuming you
maybe
went to
this
like
is
a
some
collecticon to get him signed. Probably something like
maybe
that.
this is some secret play we need to know about, Nickley.
I know, because Deej is already full of all the great plays.
Yeah, I need the ideas. Come on. Although I don't go to shows or anything like that, but
Have you ever never wanted to go to a show?
I mean, I would want to, I guess, just to buy some cards, but I don't know. I'm a introvert. Doesn't like get me all excited to go in a big public area.
I've
So,
gone to two collecticons. I went to Denver and LA, and then I've gone to Front Row Card Show in Vegas. And I'm actually thinking about hitting Front Row Card Show in Vegas this January again. I don't know if I'll necessarily, probably would just buy a lot of lower end cards, to be honest, and maybe even just fill in some like gaps in master, like master sets and stuff like that. I think it's probably a bad time to try to find PSA gradable copies because of just how crazy the market is, but they are a lot of fun to go. I really enjoy it.
hmm,
It's a good
I'll
time.
have to try it sometime.
Yeah, maybe I can talk you into meeting up with me at one.
There you go.
What state are you in? Well, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to on stream, but we'll have to figure that out later. See if there's something close
Yeah,
to both of us or whatever.
for sure. For sure.
Well, cool guys. I think it's probably we're kind of wrapping things up at this point, but I think we had a good long stream. I really appreciate everyone watching, everyone tuning in. Seriously, it means a lot that you guys would come hang out with us tonight. I'd like to do this again, and definitely would like to do it again with Deej if he's up for it. So
yeah, for sure.
Thanks so much, man, for coming on my channel. I really appreciate it. Definitely go subscribe to his channel, guys, if you're not already. Deej has an awesome channel full of tons of knowledge of the hobby. He's a great creator, so definitely go give him a follow.
Thank you.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you all next time.
Have a good one, everybody.